Touché Amoré dropped their new album, Spiral in a Straight Line. I'm going to start this off by saying there were a couple times in this rollout where I was a little hesitant with this record. I think it was maybe just like one single that just didn't hit and it kind of just felt weird. And I
Mhm.
think I said when we reviewed it, I was like, I didn't really like this that much. And it kind of upsets me because I've liked a lot of their other things.
Mhm.
Um, but in the context of the record, genuinely, it all fucking works out so well. I love the energy on this record. I love the vocals, especially these vocals, because like the last ones, but these, when we talk about super like gritty, almost like pained vocals, this is it. And I would put this in the same category as like Spanish love songs.
Mhm.
And who else do we usually reference? The Wonder Years? In with kind of like just those like, damn, oh my God, you're
Who hurt you?
who hurt the
Yeah.
like who hurt you? Are
Yeah.
you okay? Um, I love it a lot. I really like the overall kind of like vibe of the record as well because it feels almost like live recorded, where it's like everything was happening in the same room because everything feels so coordinated and a little organic, and I like it a lot. So yeah, that's my little review of this record. It feels very genuine and it feels like a real record. Not to sound fucking, this is a real record. And
Real
anyone else who
rock album.
real rocker, it's just like, and it's like if anyone, fucking records shit separately, that's not real. That's not at all what I'm saying. It's just the vibe off this record. It feels like something you would see in like an archive where it's like this is one of those records that you have to listen to.
Mhm.
Fuck with it heavy. Um, God, I really liked Subversion. I liked Mezzanine. I liked that one as well. And then also, I did like the closer Goodbye for Now with Julian Baker. Again, it just kind of caught me off guard because what the fuck is Julian Baker doing on a Touche Amore track? Like, that's just so fucking weird, right?
Yeah, that's
Um,
a wild collab there.
it's fucking, it makes like no sense, but at the same time, I'm like so okay with it. So yeah, great record, like it a lot. Vibes are immaculate. And yeah, it almost like garage band core, but it feels polished. So it doesn't feel like that rough and rugged where it sounds like it was recorded in a garage, but it does sound like it was recorded in the same room,
Mhm.
which it probably wasn't. I don't know. Touche Amore, come on the podcast.
Let us know.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, was this recorded in the same room?
Shout
I
about the
don't know.
writing, the recording, the headspace.
Like,
You
come
know.
on. Everything. Your favorite food? I
Yeah.
don't know. If you're feeling a little
Yeah,
crazy.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, this album was fucking awesome.
Hmm.
I was a fan of the singles. We covered the whole rollout here. But Touche Amore is a band that should be digested in a full album sense. I mean,
Hmm.
like they don't take up too much of your time. The album clocked in at 30 minutes but felt like it clocked in at 15,
Beautiful.
because it just keeps moving, and
Hmm.
I like records that keep moving.
Yeah, no dragon, guys.
There was no slowing down. There was no stopping. They kept the energy up, and it was very consistent without feeling like it was the same track
Hmm.
over and over again, like energy level wise.
Hmm.
So that was cool. Yeah, I really fucked with it.
Hmm.
Julian Baker feature on the record is fucking wild.
Like, what the fuck? Who did that?
And also wound up being one of my favorites. Track is
Hmm.
Goodbye for Now.
Hmm.
Because I just saw that on the track list and I'm like, I think I'm gonna like this track. So
Maybe.
yeah, solely because that's just such a great feature.
Hmm.
Um, that I was like, my attention's on this one,
Hmm.
and then it wound up rocking. It's one of the it is the longest song on the record, but again, it doesn't feel like it. I think that's one thing that kind of just blew me away about this record is that I looked up and all of a sudden it was over, and
Hmm.
I thought I started at 9 o'clock and ended at 9:15.
Hmm.
But it turns out that I clearly had to have started it before that because the record is 30 minutes long, not
Yeah, that
15
doesn't
minutes
add
long.
up.
That
Hmm.
that doesn't add up unless
Math is blowing my
unless
mind.
the record was going at 2 times speed, and I know it wasn't.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe they like hacked your computer and they're like, check this out. You got to see this book. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
um, I like Hal Ashby. I had
Mhm.
mentioned that when we talked about the singles as well. I like the finalists as well.
Ooh.
So yeah, overall,
Mhm.
pretty fucking solid record.
Mhm.
Highly recommend. And I'm glad that we turned the page here, because I remember us both being confused by the last Touché Amoré record.
Mhm.
But they are the kind of band that, like, you need to take a second to know what you're getting yourself into, because it's
Mhm.
the vocal delivery being a little bit more like almost spoken word in a way
Yeah.
is something that can be jarring for the first time listening. So this time, we followed the single rollout, we and already kind of knew what we were getting ourselves into with the last record, and now
Mhm.
by album time, we're familiar with Touché Amoré, despite
Yeah.
hearing the name and not checking them out much before that.
Yeah.
So I'm into it. I'm stoked. I'm glad that we are not confused this time and have good things to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Look
yeah.
at that
You guys did
growth.
it.
Hell
Woo!
yeah.
I mean, you would hope so. I mean, after doing this shit for like 5 years, right? I would hope. I would.
You would hope.